We've had some great stories. Now it's time to the negative news. I've got to bring some of this stuff every week. You know, we got to talk about the issues so these issues don't happen again. And this one is a really strange story. I hear stories that very much like this all the time from parents and not daycare workers. But for you guys to understand what's going on, daycare workers have been charged with giving melatonin-laced gummy bears to the toddlers, to the kids in their classrooms. What? Yes, this is without the parents' consent. Obviously, that's why it's a news story. They have been handing out melatonin-laced gummy bears to these kiddos to help them go to nap time, aka make sure they do nothing during their job. And I hate to say that, and I hate to be that guy, and I don't want to judge your job because I know my sister takes care of toddlers all the time. It is absolutely not the easiest thing. In fact, it might be the hardest thing. The amount of patience you guys have is through this goddamn roof, right? But that's the job you signed up for. That's the job you signed up for. So you cannot, without anyone's knowledge, hand kids medications because you want the children in your class to nap longer. Absolutely out of this mind craziness. So 3 daycare workers who allegedly gave gummy bears that were laced with melatonin to a group of 2-year-old children to calm them down for nap time have been prosecuted. The woman told police they didn't think what they did was inappropriate because melatonin is an over-the-counter sleep aid. So just to bring this into nursing terms, understand in my profession, in the nursing profession, if you give medication to patients who don't meet the requirement for that medication, if I were to give some sleep aid to a patient who's just frustrating, who won't stop making noise, or who's literally causing a ruckus, right? If I'm going to give them a sleep aid, that is considered a chemical restraint. Giving someone else, giving a patient, giving another human being, a child, a toddler, medication without their understanding, and obviously they're 2, so they're not going to understand even if you were to explain it to them, but without their parents' understanding, or without their parents' consent, is considered a chemical restraint. And that's at least for nurses. So I know there has to be some policy rule book that you can't give goddamn children melatonin without anyone's okay. That is absurd. You guys definitely know it's right. It is over the counter, but it doesn't matter. It does not matter if it's over the counter. You're not going to just give children whatever you can buy in a store just because it's at a store. You're not allowed to just give it to kids. Let's stop the bullshit. You know it's not okay. You know it's not okay. That's why you were sneaking it in there and you weren't letting the parents know in some, memo email to all the parents at the daycare. Wrap this bullshit up. Guilty. Absolutely guilty.